After a fox attack took out most of my chickens, I had to decide what I was going to do with the 2 chickens I had left. There were a few good options, but I went with that one. Buying more chickens will solve pretty much any problem, but going into winter with just 2 chickens didn't sit right with me. I want my girls to have plenty of friends to cuddle with to keep warm. And if I'm being completely honest, I really didn't want to have to go back to buying grocery store eggs. It's not a taste thing, it's a pride thing. So I went out and bought 6 chickens, which is coincidentally the same number of chickens I lost in October. So today I'd like to introduce you to my new chickens. I gotta get them first. So to start, I went out and bought 3 IM Samanis, and they are pretty cool. Are we friends? Are we friends? Fine, be that way. Samanis are an all-black chicken. Even their meat and their bones are black, and that has to do with a gene that they carry that gives them something called fibromelanosis, and that's what makes them black. Typically a purebred variety of this chicken is very expensive, but the breeder told me that these ones have a diluted fibromelanosis gene, so that means they aren't perfectly black, but that actually lowers the price quite significantly. You can see on this one, she's actually got a little bit of yellowing on her feet. The other 2 don't have that. You might see these chickens on YouTube as like a delicacy that food YouTubers will cook, just to kind of like an expensive flex. This is my take on that. I'm not gonna be cooking these. They're just cool to look at. Now, these chickens are not known to be great layers, so I don't expect to get a lot of eggs from them. Maybe it was a mistake for me to get 3, but I think they're super sweet. Now, I've had a friend say that these chickens can get quite broody, and some people don't like that, but the benefit that this person told me was that they'll warm your eggs for you in the winter, so that could be kind of cool. But Wikipedia also tells me that this is not a broody variety, so I don't know. I don't know anything. I mean, geez, for all I know, someone in the comments is going to be like, that's not a Samani, you got ripped off. I'm just learning on the fly here with Dr. Google, so if I get something wrong, just correct me in the comments, please. I'd love to learn. I introduced these chickens into my flock maybe 3 weeks ago now, and they seem to be getting along. You can definitely tell that the black chickens are on the lower end of the pecking order here, and that's probably just because they're not fully mature yet. They're just a little bit too small. I'm not seeing any major bullying, but there's definitely one that's kind of being left out. She's not roosting with the others, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that, but things are gonna change because I've got 3 more chickens to introduce. So behind me in this backup coop of mine, I have 3 additional chickens that are currently just finishing their quarantine period now. These 3 big meaty girls are all barnyard mix chickens. So if you're new to chickens like me and you see this acronym, it means barnyard mix. And if you don't know what barnyard mix means, it means a bunch of different chicken breeds were all messing around with each other, and you'd need help from the Maury show to find the father and probably the mother too. I have no idea what kind of eggs these are going to lay or how often, but they look like good cuddle buddies, and they're all super unique and beautiful in their own way. So hopefully when I put these girls in with the others tonight, one of them takes a liking to that poor black chicken that doesn't have any friends and evens things out a little bit in the pecking order. Something else that the breeder told me is that barnyard mix chickens are really hard to sex, so if one of these turns out to be a rooster, they're going back. So don't get attached. So that's what's been going on around here. New chickens, pretty cool. But before I end the video, I just wanted to give a big thank you to all the people who left comments on my previous video about the fox attack. Your kind words and support were truly overwhelming in the best possible way. I am super grateful for everyone who chose to share their own stories and experiences. It's clear that you all love your own birds very dearly, and it was a very special thing to see. But that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching, and sleep well tonight.